Benjamin Sesko, guys, because on Benjamin Sesko, what I can tell you today is that Arsenal have started making direct contacts for the Benjamin Sesko deal. So, from interest, from appreciating the player, from being highly rated for a long time, because Arsenal wanted him last summer, Leipzig said no. Then Arsenal wanted him in the January transfer window, Leipzig said no. So, from that situation, big appreciation. Now, management, manager, Mikel Arteta, and all the other people at the club have approved these contacts for Benjamin Sesko. So the conversations are ongoing. Remember that Arsenal have still under consideration also other strikers like Viktor Gyökeres, but for Benjamin Sesko, Arsenal have now started contacts on club side and on player side. So Arsenal are working on the Benjamin Sesko deal in a concrete way now to understand the request of Leipzig, the salary of the player. So the conversation is active now for Benjamin Sesko. And that's an important point, because Sesko is one of the most wanted strikers in Europe in this moment, because he's going to leave Red Bull Leipzig. Sesko and Xavi Simons are both expected to leave, but for Sesko there is a lot of movement. Especially with Arsenal interest. Also other clubs are showing interest in Sesko, so it's not only Arsenal, but the advantage for Arsenal, from what I'm understanding, is that they've already started working on this deal 1 year ago. So you can imagine the appreciation from the player is something very clear, because when you start working on a deal 1 year ago, last summer, then you try again in January, you show how much you want the player. And so for sure, Mikel Arteta is a big fan of Benjamin Sesko, and now Arsenal have started concrete contacts for this deal. So I will keep updating you, but for sure, Sesko remains an important option for Arsenal, and Arsenal will be very active on the market this summer. We know about Zubimendi and the new deal for Thomas Partey, and more and more and more. A winger also, an important point for Arsenal in this summer transfer window. And then, guys,
scoring a fantastic goal against Bayern Munich on the break, and I think if you just look at the way he connects with this finish, the outside of his right boot, so much confidence and technique. I think we know that the talent and potential is there within Sesko. Perhaps not the stratospheric goal-scoring numbers of someone like Gyökeres or some of the other top strikers. I mean, if you look at his career path here, and we've got the stats here, when he was coming through at Salzburg, of course, following a similar path to Erling Haaland, there were comparisons at that point. But you see the numbers, it's not on the same level as Haaland. Just 21 years old, though, and very highly rated by RB Leipzig. There was a clause last summer, June 24, that he could go for £55 million. Lots of Premier League clubs looking round at him at that point. It didn't materialise. He signed a contract extension, and there's an agreement in place, an understanding that if a big offer did come in for him this summer, then Leipzig would allow him to leave. But as I say, they rate him very highly, and I think it would have to be a significant offer, probably in the same ballpark as what you might have to pay for Gyökeres to get him into Arsenal.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating summer for Arsenal. You imagine they'll look to strengthen midfield, potentially another utility forward as well. So these slightly cheaper forward options could come into play. But Rob, it's going to be a fascinating summer throughout the transfer